Hello, and thank you for joining us on the Bitcoin Brew. We are serving up a fresh cup of crypto news with a heavy scoop of Bitcoin. I'm Amy. This is my co-host, Becca. We're covering some goodness today, starting with Michael Saylor's perspective on the current market, putting your NFT on plastic, Bill Gates' criticism of cryptocurrency, and the hiring and firing on the major exchanges. Please know we are not investment advisors, and today's coffee talk is for entertainment purposes only. We are affiliated with the Texas Blockchain Council, an industry association on a mission to make Texas the jurisdiction of choice for blockchain and Bitcoin innovation. Please take a moment, help us wake up the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to our channel, and please tap the like button. Becca, you're first at bat today.
All right, well, we had a great time down in Consensus. That was in Austin, the Bitcoin capital of the world, I would like to think. We got to meet some really wonderful people at the Lester Pearl event. You were there. What did you think?
I had an amazing time. It was a fantastic turnout.
Yes, it was so fun. And we also got to go to the state capitol, thanks to Tan Parker, do some interviews there. I'm very excited to hear more about those. Also got to meet Chris Harrison from, The Bachelor, Bachelorette. He was super nice. He was at a Core Scientific party. Turns out he's into Bitcoin, which is awesome. We also got to meet Jan Pritzer, who's the author of the book Inventing Bitcoin, which is my all-time favorite Bitcoin book. So if you haven't read it, you need to pick up a copy. Overall, I had a blast, and I think you did too.
Oh, for sure. Did you get Jan to sign the book? Did you happen to have like a copy on you?
I didn't. I think Lee did though, so I'll have to ask him.
So awesome.
He was very nice. Okay, but the downside of last week was that the market crashed and continues to do so. The negative side of last week was that the market crashed and continues to mostly crash pretty hard. Bitcoin is hovering around 20,000, down from its all-time high of 69,000 last November. And I'm not going to go into all the details and the varying reasons as to why that's happening. There's plenty of people who are way smarter than me who can explain it way better out there. But I would like to highlight the fact that Michael Saylor, who's the CEO of MicroStrategy, he's also kind of like a Bitcoin dad. I don't know if that's, I don't know, that's just kind of how I think of him. And I do think that the Bitcoin maximalists do kind of look up to him to some degree, although they would never admit that. So when asked if there was a margin call on MicroStrategy, he denied it, saying even if there was, the company has ample collateral to cover it. So let me be clear, even if Saylor said he was out, I would still hold, and that's the beauty of decentralization. I don't think that there's ever a reason to sell your Bitcoin until it's used as a global currency and accepted around the world. Saylor also said that now would be a great time to get into Bitcoin because the price is so low. So if there's people out there who are wondering about investing in this space, now would be a good time to do that.
You know what, that appeals to me because I, as you well know, I'm a bargain shopper. I always look for a good deal. So, I mean, the fact that it's kind of on sale right now is appealing to me.
It really is a good time to invest and, a good time to kind of learn the ins and outs of the market as well.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I saw that this is like a 54-week low for Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And you've talked before about the Fed, the interest rate, all of that sort of playing a role in the climate. I don't know. Do you have any foresight into what do you think is going to happen next?
Oh, who knows what's going to happen next? But Michael Saylor also did say that no one's ever lost money if you've held Bitcoin for 4 years or more because of the halvings. So I think overall, if you're interested in Bitcoin and you just can be patient with it and hold it, you'll be pleasantly surprised with the outcome.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that. Michael Saylor. Oh, did you ever watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette?
I haven't in a long time, but I was pretty hooked for a while.
Who was your favorite of all of them?
Oh my gosh. I'm a big fan of Kaitlyn Bristowe. Got to get her into the Bitcoin world so we can meet her maybe.
Oh, I like that. Maybe come interview her on our show or something.
Yeah, Sean Lowe was great. Other than that, I don't know. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, good for you.
There's two things I've never watched: The Kardashians and The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Okay, well, I'm clean on both now. But
oh my goodness. So there are some things that money can't buy, but for now, Now for NFTs, there's Mastercard. Mastercard is making it easier to purchase NFTs. They partnered with The Sandbox, Immutable X, Candy Digital, Mintable, Spring, Nifty Gateway, and MoonPay to allow for the purchase of NFTs using debit and credit cards. This is a noteworthy development because it allows people to purchase these NFTs with their card instead of having it converted into crypto first. According to Mastercard's research of 35,000 people, 45% have either previously purchased or plan to purchase an NFT. Half of the survey participants stated that they need more flexibility in payment options to secure an NFT, hence this move. The collaborative effort will foster the adoption and growth of the NFT community, enabling customers to buy NFTs on the metaverse safely, on the metaverse platforms. While we were in Consensus, there was a ton of talk about NFTs and a lot of artists that were out and about kind of, pumping up their projects. I'm curious, what was the coolest NFT project that you heard about down at Consensus?
I didn't get to go to the NFT gallery, which we were trying to get there. I'm not sure if you ended up going or not, but I think it's really cool that they can, artists can mint their work, own the rights to it, sell it, make money off of it the way that they should. I think that's a great outlet use case for NFTs, and I think that we'll continue to see just more and more use cases pop up. But I didn't really get to see as many as I would like to at the conference. So
yes. I mean, there's one person that I got to meet. She is an artist. Her name is Reem, and she does Moroccan music with an Afro beat.
Ooh.
And really dynamic person. Enjoyed meeting her, and a few other people like that we met on the street that will get released with the interviews soon.
Very cool.
Yes.
I think it's interesting that MasterCard's getting in on the NFT space as well. So
I know, that came as a surprise to me as well. And the NFT space, it did really well last year, like somewhere in the billions, and this year is looking like it's going to outpace them in NFTs. However, I saw a graph that shows that the exchanging of those is decreasing right now. So,
as with everything though, so I wonder how correlated that is.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Well, speaking of NFTs, Bill Gates spoke at the TechCrunch Climate Change Conference, there you go, on Tuesday, and he did not have nice things to say about cryptocurrencies or NFTs. He stated that he doesn't own any and isn't interested because he says they're based on greater fool theory. I was not an economics major, shocker, I know, and I never took game theory. It turns out it's not a requirement for nursing school, which is my background. But basically what he's saying is that NFTs are fraudulent and worthless. So here is a contracting opinion. I don't think that he understands the full picture here. I think the problem is that he's lumping together so many topics into one because he doesn't quite understand how valuable Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency is. He's showing his ignorance on the topic, obviously missing the point that decentralized money is inherently better because humans are not in control. So it takes out the greed factor and any bending of the rules that might go on. It does bother me that this was at a climate change summit because Bitcoin is the most green industrial user of power out there right now. So don't even get me started on how corrupt that space is. I did see that the Internet Explorer app, the little E with the little arrow,
yes,
it died on June 15th. It is no longer, and it was almost 26 years old. Oh. So I'm wondering if maybe he's just a little bit bitter about that and just taking out his frustrations on the cryptocurrency space.
I love it. He's shooting arrows, throwing shade.
I mean, maybe.
Oh my God. Bill Gates, I was looking at what his motivation for his standpoint would be, and what I found was that he wants something tangible, a physical product, something you can hold in your hand and exchange in that way, and that's where he wants to invest. So maybe the fact that crypto is so, I don't know, like not a physical object perhaps?
It's just funny to me though, because he literally created the online paper.
Good point.
So it's like, you got to get on board with it. Although he's brilliant, I'm not criticizing him as a person. It's just interesting that he's holding out on this technology.
Truly. And we see people, we talked about Elon Musk 2 weeks ago, that, they definitely flip-flop sometimes on their opinions, and so
True.
hopefully we can give him a little grace and maybe he'll change his mind.
True.
Maybe he'll watch our show and change his
Elon
mind.
Musk voted Republican. So thought that was funny.
Oh, wow. Did that just come to light?
Yeah, he announced it the other day. I can't remember who it was, but somebody in his district in Texas. So
See, everybody's entitled to a change of their opinion.
there you go.
So, are you looking for a career in crypto? I've got a job lead for you. Some big employers of the crypto workforce are seeing some serious flux in their payroll capabilities. Coinbase is pruning their workforce by 18%, and Gemini in early June reduced its team by 10%. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong states that they are hunkering down before the recession and alluded to a crypto winter. Gemini is leaning up in anticipation of the next cycle of growth and adoption. Binance, however, is hiring. They're looking to hire 2,000 people. In a quote from Twitter, the CEO and co-founder Changpeng Zhao wrote this: "It was not easy saying no to the Super Bowl ads, stadium naming rights, large sponsor deals a few months ago, but we did. Today we are hiring for 2,000 open positions for #Binance." So it sounds to me like Binance kept their cards close to their chest during the peak that we saw in the winter. It obviously is paying off in spades as they are able to increase their workforce in these current times. Beckett, do you see us heading into a crypto winter, and what are some ways we can prepare for that?
I think absolutely. I've seen it all over Twitter and in conversations we had, even at Consensus. And I just think that it's kind of a weeding out process, honestly, of kind of the fluff that's been building since the stimulus checks and the amount of time people had during the COVID lockdown to read about cryptocurrencies, invest in the space. And so now that's kind of being stripped away in a way. That's my 2 cents on that.
That makes sense to me. Somebody's hammering. Do you hear that?
I guess they're building
Our studio is just constantly getting upgrades and updates. Ooh, whoa, what a show. Wow, we appreciate y'all joining us, and we hope you learned something new. We definitely branched out a bit today talking about NFTs, but Consensus brought so many projects to our awareness. I think I'm going to be doing some more homework on the subject. We were able to snag some really dynamic interviews with several of the crypto community's who's who while we were down in Austin, and we cannot wait for those to be released soon. So keep checking right here on our channel for those updates, and we will see you next time.